Why should we seek wisdom from multiple sources? Number one is to avoid tunnel vision. To avoid tunnel vision. That is narrow-mindedness, short-sightedness, myopic thinking or reasoning. You know, there are people, they just think one way traffic. But you see, if you must succeed, you must be strategic and dynamic in your thinking. You think this way, 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 you ask questions, then you put it together. So one of the reasons why we seek wisdom from multiple sources is to avoid narrow-mindedness. Is to avoid short-sightedness. There are people that just see here, they don't see far. You know, you see, one of the questions you must ask yourself is sit down and ask yourself, in the next 5 years, where will I be and where do I want to be? When you ask that question, it will help you to know what to do today. Can I tell you something? Come on. Can I tell you something? I want to disabuse your mind. You will not agree, but you agree later. There is no future. The future is now. There is no future. The future is now. There is nothing like my future. I know we used to say, my future is colorful. My tomorrow is... There is no tomorrow. Tomorrow is now. The tomorrow is when? Now. Some of you say, let's say, by 2025, I will do like that, I will do like that. We have entered 2025. Nothing. The 2025 is now. The 2026 is now. There is no future. The future is now. If you don't take the decision now and work it out now, I can bet you that you will not see any future. The future you are dreaming is now. The future you want is now. Are you still in church? I want to ask a question. Write it down. Today is not for question. Maybe next week. Or if we have time. Last week we'll ask question. If you are ready, just write it down. You know, I don't just talk. When I'm talking, I come from authority. So write it down. Somebody getting inspired? So the reason why we seek wisdom from multiple sources is to avoid a tunnel vision, which is a narrow-mindedness, a myopic thinking and reasoning, a lack of openness to new ideas and perspectives, a lack of openness to what? New ideas. I read something over the net and I was laughing. Two people carried the same thing to the same destination. One person was harassed, the other person was welcomed and even rewarded. A pastor went to a public place in Anambra State and was shouting, preaching, and he was arrested. Another pastor went to the same Anambra State, paid for the place, gathered the people, preached the same gospel. The same people who arrested the other man came and said, did you pay for this place? We are refunding you your money. I want you to come back again, to come and preach again. So the problem with the people was not the message. It was the method that the other person used. That's why somehow I no longer subscribe to just going to there are certain things we should not do again. We should change our method. It reminded me in those days when I went to do morning cry. Somewhere at NTA Road, they poured me water in the morning. Now I'm no longer blaming them. Because if I'm not a Christian, you come to my window and be shouting, I will still pour you water. Because I'm sleeping. But you see, you may be zealous for God, but you lack strategy on how to communicate your message. You are the one I've said. Buy the tape. Do you understand? That is why we seek wisdom from multiple sources. Relying on a single source of information can lead to a tunnel vision, where you miss out to alternative perspective and solutions. There are some people, they just think one way. No, there are multiple ways of getting things done. Gather them. Do what? If you must succeed and succeed uncommonly, you must seek wisdom from multiple sources. Why should you do that? To avoid tunnel vision. Number two, to provide a well-rounded view. To provide a well-rounded view. That is, considering different viewpoints, taking into account different and various opinions, multiple perspectives, experiences, and expertise to gain a deeper understanding of what you are doing. To provide all well-rounded view, considering different viewpoints, taking into account various opinions, not neglecting any, multiple perspectives, experiences, and expertise. You don't joke with them so that you can gain a deeper understanding. Seeking wisdom from multiple sources provide a more comprehensive understanding of the situation, helping you make a more informed decision. I repeat, seeking wisdom from multiple sources provide you with a more comprehensive understanding of the situation, helping you to make a more informed decisions. When you seek wisdom from multiple sources, it helps you to have a better understanding of the situation, a better understanding of what you want to do, and help you to make a more informed decisions. Is that correct? Number three is to encourage critical thinking. Is to encourage critical thinking, analytical thinking. That is promoting a mindset that questions assumptions. You don't just assume. You make sure that is a fact. So when you seek wisdom from multiple choices, it helps to encourage critical thinking. It helps you to put your mind to work. Promoting a mindset that questions assumption. A lot of people assume. It promotes a mindset that makes you to question assumption, analyze information. When you get information and hear information, you try to analyze it and evaluate evidences to form an informed opinion and make sound decisions. Evaluating different sources of information encourages critical thinking, helping you to analyze and evaluate information for more effective outcome. It stimulates curiosity, helping you to ask questions that encourages exploration and investigation. Questions such as, what do you think about this? How does this relate to? Or what are the implications of this? It helps you to ask this kind of question. Critical thinking. You know, that was what helped the prodigal son. Permit me to say, well, of course, you know that I do it, so I'm not looking down on it. Most of the things that we do anointing service for, you don't need it. You need to put your mind to work. There was no anointing service for the prodigal son to rise. He sat down. He did what? He sat down. And he asked himself critical questions. How many higher servants does my father have? Why should I sit down here and die when food is wasting in my father's house? He was asking himself critical questions. Out of that question, he took a decision. I will arise. And I will go back to my father with all humility. And I will say to my father, I know I have sinned against heaven, I have sinned against you. Forgive me. Take me back now, not as your son, but as one of your higher servants I want to serve, so that at least I can have accommodation and have food to eat. Come on, boy. It was not an anointing service. He put his mind to work, that this is the way to come out of this thing. And he took a step. Did he come out? So stop waiting for anointing service. Put your mind to work. Come on. Can I say something right now? Because I want you to succeed. Stop waiting when you will graduate from school. There's something I want to start doing for young people now. While you are in school, sit down and start asking yourself questions what you are going to do. Don't waste your time. 4 years, 5 years later, you will graduate. You go for service, you come back and sit down and start looking for a job. So now, while you are there, put your mind to work. What do I want to become? What talent do I have? What gifts do I have? How do I exploit them? How do I create something? Check, other people have graduated. You have not graduated. I don't want to play down on school. School never helped much people. I hope you understand the context where I'm coming from. Go to school. I'm an advocate of school. I wanted to go to school. But more than going to school, put your mind to work. Just imagine that you put your mind to work to start your business when you were in school. And you started doing it from that until now. You would have been, I'm just saying for instance, discover that you would have been more better than now. But you waited until you finished school. And I started thinking about to start a business. Just imagine that while you were in school, you became a sales rep. From that time, check how many, you would have known where you are now. So start now. The future is the day you woke up. If you did not wake up, no future. Did you hear what I say? The day you wake up. If you did not wake up, there is no future. You keep dreaming. So what have we said? The secret to make decisions that drive uncommon success. Number one, study successful people. Number two, seek wisdom from multiple sources. Why should we seek wisdom from multiple sources? Number one, to avoid a tunnel vision. Number two, to provide a well-rounded view. Number three, to encourage critical thinking. Types of sources to consider while seeking wisdom. Types of sources to consider while seeking wisdom. Are you ready? Number one, experts and authorities. Why seeking wisdom? You don't seek wisdom from everywhere. Seek wisdom from experts and authority. Seek out expert and authority in the relevant field, such as professionals, academicians, or thought leaders. In the area of your endeavor, look for experts Look for experts. If you're a fashion designer, there are fashion designers and there are fashion designers. I heard about some of you know a fashion designer who came to Port Harcourt to do a 1 week this thing. They were paying 1 million. Eh? Is that correct? They were paying 1 million. So you that is a one corner, don't improve. You need to go to such persons, experts, professionals. Learn. Know what they know. Tomorrow, you also come up in your own little corner. Your own may not be 1 million. You organize your own. You have learned something and make your own to 200. But you sit down, you won't learn from authorities. Nobody. You remember where you are. It's not prayer. So types of sources to consider while you are seeking wisdom is experts and authority. Number 2, peers and colleagues. Consult with your peers and colleagues who may have relevant experience or insight. Peers and colleagues. Peers and colleagues, you can learn from them. For instance, we are here right now. If you want to humble yourself, you go no say, you get person who play keyboard pass you. You get person who know a particular key pass you. Learn. Humble yourself, ask question. How I do that key? How do they teach you? You add to what you have. Is that correct? Don't even pretend and be learning from afar. If they copy from afar, you know go copy where? You go fail. Go closer. Show me. Cut soap for me. Now liquid. My brick container, pour for me. You now need to cut soap for me. Oh. Your level don't high. Are you understand what I'm saying? Number 3, go to mentors and coaches. You have to have a mentor, you have to have a coach. Everybody should have a mentor and a coach that you can access. I have my mentors, I have my coaches in anything that I do. I wanted to learn how to read speed reading. I need to look for somebody who is a professional in it. And I met Coach Harry. Hey, Kelechi, he's a junior pastor in their church, like you. But he has what I wanted. So I humbled myself and went, sir, how do I read 4 books in a month? How? And it is practicable. He taught me. If I hold a book now, even without reading it, if I open the back or whatever, I drop it, I can summarize it. I can tell you what the book is all about because I have learned it. I will tell you everything about the book. I don't look through the content, go to the back, look at it. I can summarize the book. And I got the secret on how to finish one book within 1 hour. Am I talking here? Should I teach you one of them? I paid for it too. On a very serious note. Okay, for instance, you have issues with reading voluminous book. Now, every good author has translated all his book into ebook. Get an ebook of any book. You see the number of hours you can listen to it. Sit down and play it. Everything in the book is there. You just listen. It's one way. You finish that book that would have taken you 7 days in 1-2 hours. through ebook. Try it today. Look for any book. Then check the ebook of that book. Open it, sit down, sacrifice, because it will take like 1-2 hours. Sit down for 2 hours. You will see that you can finish that book. So you can finish a book in 1 day if you dedicate your time. And you grab all the information. There's another level. One thing is to read, another thing is to comprehend. How do I comprehend what I have read? You want to know that? Very easy. Mentors and coaches will help you. Seek guidance from mentors and coaches who can provide valuable advice and support. Number 4, books and articles. Read books and articles on the subject to gain a deeper understanding of the topic. Read books and articles on the subject to gain deeper understanding on the topic. Yeah, last week I told you about TED Talk, and I was shocked that a lot of you didn't know it. But see, TED Talk is one of the ways to gain deeper understanding on any subject. Like I told you, if you want to know anything, even if you say anything, just call any subject, type it in, it will give you all the authorities of people that have done anything in that area. You just sit down and listen. Number is online resources. Utilize online resources. Bloggers are not completely bad. There are some blogs that can teach you good things. You go there and learn. Podcast, online courses, take online courses to access a wide range of information and perspective. Think wide. Think what? Benefit of seeking wisdom from multiple sources. A, more informed decisions. It will help you to make more informed decisions. Gathering information from multiple sources help you to make more informed decisions. Your decisions will be different from others because now you are more informed. You know more things. So it helps you